everyone, welcome to the Ginger Snaps here. My name is Steven. Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. Now, as we all know, when it comes to the horror community, we celebrate this time of year with watching a Friday the 13th marathon. If you don't know what Friday the 13th is, I don't understand how you managed to find yourself on this video. I don't know. But, as of late, I've been kind of sitting there thinking to myself, what should be a good Friday the 13th review that I should do? Well, there was the fact that I did last year, Friday the 13th Part 6. But then I finally got a kick-ass set, and I kind of want to review it for you guys. So the Friday the 13th review I'm actually going to be doing is the kick-ass Friday the 13th box set from Scream Factory. And let me tell you guys, I've wanted to do this review as soon as I got it, but I felt much better to do it on Friday the 13th. So let's take a look at this Blu-ray set. So obviously the first thing we have to talk about is the phenomenal box set that this comes with. Scream, Shout, Factory, wherever you want to call them, they just know how to get the fancy when it comes to horror and just sets. I mean, like, just this cover art, this nice artwork that, you know, if you guys had pre-ordered it before, you got 2 posters. This was one of the posters, and of course, you know, you had another one which featured Jason coming out of the lake. But this is absolutely stunning. Like, just the detailing of this is phenomenal. So I mean, like, you got all the Jasons, you got all the films in here, you even got Roy Burns right there, right? This continuity. I love that Jason right there, he's from part 6 unmasked, and then he's kind of in the grave as well. Now, there was something that kind of really interests me a little bit. Now, if you see where my thumb is, for some odd reason, this is like forming a 5. Or, you know, like, doesn't that look like a 5 to you guys? Anywho. But yeah, other than that, like, the artwork's fucking phenomenal. And of course, like, just every fucking detail on this. Devin, you did such a great job. I mean, I know when it comes to collectors and they have their box sets, they, you know, they have it showing like this on display. Me, on the other hand, I don't do that because, I mean, I'd want to show the spines of the Blu-rays. So let's cut here and let's get to the Blu-rays. Before I even get to the discs, you know, you do get this book, this lovely, lovely book. It does show off, like, you know, all the films, talks about everything, about each film, right? So if you want to find yourself with a nice little read, this is one of those things that you could totally just sit down and, you know, have a check, look through and read and whatnot. It's pretty fucking cool, honestly, in my opinion. But I do like that artwork, and even on the top of the box, it does have this similar artwork. I do like the fact that it kind of pays homage to Part 4 and kind of Part 6 with the light. So that's pretty fucking cool. Now, let's get to the discs. Of course, you got your first one, the Friday the 13th film. You know, this is the classic poster and everything like that. Spine and everything. Here you go with the back. You got all your discs, features and whatnot, especially with the feature-length film. Now, the thing I love about Scream Factory is the interchangeable posters inside. So, of course, when you look inside, you kind of get another poster, right? So you get this one. If you don't like the other cover, you have this one. Now, just generally speaking, this one does kind of scream quite a bit, like Friday the 13th, especially a little thing I have to address later. But when it comes to just like the posters, I feel like this is the one that I always have to go through. So, you know, it's definitely one of those things that you just kind of have to go through. So bear with me, guys.
I will be showing you guys the posters if you guys are just still not in the loop on this kind of stuff. But yeah, great pickup for this box set. Then of course we move on to Friday the 13th Part 2. The Body Count Continues. Now of course, you know, you got your Friday the 13th, all your information that you need there. So you open the disc or the case, there you go. You got yourself another, actually I'm gonna just do it this way. Another poster, which is that one, which I don't mind. It's not too bad, right? But I do like the fact that Scream Factory does that. It's just, fuck, it's so damn cool. Good movie, though. Of course, now we have Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Now, of course, as everyone knows, this is the one where Jason finally gets his iconic hockey mask. Of course, you know, you got all your information that you got here, of course. Then when you open it up, of course, you got another poster, right? Well, that other poster just so happens to be the 3D gimmicky looking kind of poster that you got there. He kind of looks like the Jason from the video game, honestly. Like, he looks like he's got some purple in there. He's got gloves on too, which is kind of weird. But other than that, at the end of this video, after I show you guys all the cases, I'm going to be showing you how I display them, because I know a lot of people display them differently. I'm definitely one of them. Then we move on to Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Yeah, and what we mean by final chapter, we mean, you know, let's make a few more sequels. Of course, all your information here. This is very much a beloved one from the fan base. I mean, I do have the figure right there. This is a very beloved one, the introduction of Tommy Jarvis. Very kick-ass. And of course, as we all know, we do have this poster, you know. 3 times before you have felt the terror, known the madness, lived the horror, but this is the one you've been screaming for. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. This is very much an enjoyable one that I can recall. Like, this is very much enjoyable. Ted White playing Jason in this movie. Phenomenal. He's always looked at as one of the best Jasons, of course. Now we move on to Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. This one, I had done a review on this one already before in my original video review on this, and I hated it. But for some odd reason, this Part 5 always tends to do something with me, and it kind of grows on me after a while. I mean, like, for a sleazy slasher film, this is like one of the best. Of course, you open it up, and then you take the disc out. Oh, can we? Oh my god. There we go. And you get this poster. This is the one shame that this one didn't have, was the original VHS cover poster, which was the different style hockey mask, which you see right there in the little spine there. It's kind of there. But yeah, this one, for some odd reason, I always flip-flop between, do I love it or do I hate it? Actually, yeah, let's show them off like that. Then, of course, Part 6, Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. This one, it's no secret, this is my favorite one in the whole entire franchise. This was the very first one I ever saw, and it has stood the test of time. This one I will always love. This one is always a 10 out of 10 for me. I just love it. Now, one of the things that is funny, because this was the only poster that they ever came out with, to my knowledge. So when they did the flip for it, this is what you got instead. You got this, you know, just Jason, which is pretty cool, right? That's a pretty cool image. Just so you guys know, this was actually the last Friday the 13th movie review I had done, which was, I believe, last year. I'm going to get to a certain explanation later on in the video, but just a pointer for all you guys who love this film. Turn the movie color off, well, turn the color off on your TV and put it in black and white. This movie is absolutely fucking gorgeous in black and white. One of the best. Then we move on to Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. This one, I know a lot of people love. This one it's almost like a love-hate kind of thing. I love the movie in itself, Kane Hodder's performance as well. Fucking one of the most defining Jasons. But, of course, the film being fucking cut down heavily by the MPAA. Very notorious for that. You do get the scenes that were cut, I believe, in this one. Hopefully. I haven't gone through them all. But of course, it's the same thing with this, right? It's just the one image, right? There's just that image. But funny enough, that's the same image that they used for the NES video game, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I know a lot of people love Part 7, and rightfully so. It's a good one. That's for damn sure. Now we move on to this one. Jason Takes Manhattan, Friday the 13th, Part 8. Yeah, so this one is widely regarded as one of the worst in the franchise. I do like the theme song for it. But, you know, it's very much notorious, right? Like, everyone knows that this movie, Jason practically took a cruise ship to New York, where he was only there for, like, maybe fucking 10 minutes. It's the same thing, too. It's just the image with him standing in front of that billboard, which, you know, it's funny because it's kind of like Eastern Hockey League, but it's totally the New York Rangers logo. But other than that, I was kind of upset about this one because I do like this poster. I do like it, but it would have been the best opportunity to have the flip side where it was the I Heart New York poster. I know they couldn't do that because of the Tourism Bureau Committee or something that gave them shit when they released the teaser poster for it. But that would have been nice to fucking do still, like just for the fans, right? If only. And then we move on to the New Line Cinema era of Friday the 13th, where it was barely ever called Friday the 13th. So this one obviously is Jason Goes to Hell, the Final Friday, aka not the Final Friday. Of course, this is widely regarded as one of the worst in the franchise. Some people love it. I understand why you love it. It's different. I get it. But it's not my cup of tea. You get 2 discs, right? You get the unrated version and the theatrical version, which is obviously a cool thing. And then, of course, when it comes to the poster, you got this one. Evil has found a home. Jason goes to hell, and he's not coming back. That was the one poster I remember seeing before. I think the VHS release before. It was like on the back or something, or even in a newspaper clipping. I don't know. But yeah, this one, you know, like I do like the cover art for this. I understand the concept of the movie. The ending, of course, as we all know, is fucking phenomenal. That set up a film that would take 12 fucking years to make. Then we move on to Jason X, which is, let's face it, guys, this is a guilty fucking pleasure. I absolutely enjoy this movie just because of how stupid it is. But man, when it comes to serial killers going into outer space like Leprechaun or Hellraiser, this one's obviously the best one, right? Like, it just fucking is. As you guys can obviously tell, it's the same poster, but there are definitely reasons why they do have these reversal posters that Scream Factory did, which I will address when I show you how I display these guys. Then, of course, we get to Freddy versus Jason, the matchup we were all dying for, the matchup I remember going to the theater to watch this film at the young age, you know, in 2003. This movie had all the hype, but you know what? For some odd reason, this movie just is just absolutely fucking terrible in concept of how they just got to it. Of course, if you guys see what the poster is, that was the poster. Now, this poster absolutely bothers me because Freddy's glove is on his left hand, and we all know that it was never on his left hand, but fuck, you know, it's like whatever. Like when it comes to all the Freddy versus Jason posters, I mean, I do mind that one, but I do like this one. This was the first poster I ever saw, and it's got that momentum for it. Then we move on to the remake, the Friday the 13th remake, which, finally put the title in there, Friday the 13th. For me, I still consider this movie not a remake. It almost feels like it's a perfect sequel. Like, just, whatever. Like, just bring back to Camp Crystal Lake. Because this one kind of remakes parts 1, 2, 3 in all its glory. The one thing I do not like the most is the fact that when I did get this, the case was cracked, as you can see. So eventually I'm going to have to find a new case for this, but they're not that hard to find. But I don't like the fact that when it comes to the Blu-ray, this is what we got, the Killer Cut Blu-ray edition, which is like, well, that was like a completely different case. So why are they just rehashing it? So maybe it's a good thing I didn't get these separately on Blu-ray. Just wait for the whole entire pack. And then for all those who don't know, you do have this bonus material disc. I haven't gone through this yet. This box set I still haven't gone through, right? So you do get all this information, the artwork inside, on the disc, it's all that, and as you can clearly see in the background, it's Alice in the boat. But yeah, other than that, I will now show you guys how I display these, because if you look at the spines very carefully, you'll see that they are in a certain way. Yeah, that way I absolutely kind of don't like. So I am going to show you now how I display them and what posters I chose. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys what posters I chose and how I display them. So, of course, the first one is this one. Obviously, it's just the classic poster. Now, this is the thing that I'm going to show you guys the most, is the spines. The spines, to me, are the most important thing when it comes to showing them off, because I don't show them off in the box. Like, I don't have the box like this. I actually have the box facing out so I can show the spines. Oh, just in case if you guys want to know what it looks like on the inside, this is what it looks like on the inside. But yeah, other than that, so this is how I wanted the first one to be displayed. Obviously, I mean, I could have chose the other poster, but I mean, this is the most iconic one. So, I obviously chose that one. So now we move on to part 2, which is this poster. Now, I know there's a problem with that because a lot of people do like the axe cover one, but for some odd reason, I do remember seeing this poster a lot, and a lot of people have been buying this poster a lot more, and I don't understand why. But for some odd reason, it just kind of sticks, right? And of course, Friday the 13th in all white, part 2, and you still got that little axe logo right there, so it's not missed. Now we move on to part 3, which is actually this poster. Now, the reason why I chose this poster was because if you remember in the previous little bit of it, it did show Friday the 13th, part 3 3D in that font. But when you turned it over to this side, now you can see that the spine actually matches the cover, because to me, this is how the spine should have looked. Because to me, it's this weird thing with me where if the title looks like that, then the spine's going to have to look like that too. So, yeah, I don't know why it keeps going out of focus here, but yeah, so that's why I chose to have that spine over the other one. So then we move on to part 4, which is this one. I actually dig this poster, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I dig this poster the most, even though, we got the final chapter right there. I got sick and tired of that poster because I have the figure display with the box right there, and there's that poster. I already have a poster of that. So to have something different is a change, so that's good. But also at the same time, that fucking poster is so inaccurate because Jason's axe wound is on the wrong side. So that always bothered me. But that's going to also lead into another poster you guys are going to see. But bear with me on that one. For part 5, of course, it didn't have the original VHS cover poster, so I decided to go with the next one I was more familiar with, this one. And it's just more fitting because, I mean, you don't have like that poster right there that figure's displayed with, where it shows someone, you know, with a machete, and then there's the hockey mask in the background. So I chose this one, but of course, because you look at the spine, there's that retro VHS looking poster. So that's why I chose that. And, you know, it's like I said, it's different. It gives you more variety of what you have on display. So, of course, part 5. Now, of course, as we all already know, part 6 to part 8, there was no change, right? So, which I feel like that was fitting, right? So we can kind of just, you know, skip over. Like, yeah, like, even the spines are just the perfect way of how they're shown, right? Why is this not focusing? I don't know why. But yeah, we can skip all the way to, you know, part 7, part 6, part 7, part 8, because they're all like that. Now, when it comes to Jason Goes to Hell, I chose this one. Even though it doesn't actually, like, full-on say the title, but it kind of says it right there, Jason Goes to Hell. It's because of the spine. That's the spine. That's how the title looked throughout the whole campaign, especially on like the DVD disc and the poster. That's the spine. So I wanted the spine to match what I'm used to, right? And that goes for Jason X. Now I know a lot of people, they go for that whole Jason X look and whatnot, and that's what I went with this one, Jason X, just like how it is. Because if you guys remember how Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X's spines looked, it was that generic Friday the 13th font that, like, you see right there, which made no fucking sense to me. So of course you got there, but this is the biggest bane of my fucking existence. I had to go with this fucking poster, even though Freddy's fucking glove is on his left hand. The spine is what does it. It's the original Freddy vs. Jason spine. It's not the Friday the 13th font Freddy vs. Jason. So that's why I chose this poster, even though this poster fucking bothers me. Now, of course, I stuck with this one because I'm more familiar with this one. The spine, of course, is that same Friday the 13th, right? So what was the other one like? Well, this is where I have to actually pull it out. It's that one. Now, I know it's like, that's what that one was, what, Friday the 13th, right? And it all matches. But I fucking hate that poster. Look at the figure I have right there. It's that fucking poster. I don't like this poster. I fucking hate it. It was the stupid teaser poster when it was announced that the movie was being made. I'm just sick of this poster. I didn't mind that poster. I actually like that one. That's a better one. So that's why with that one, I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll stick with that one. I might change my mind on that. But, yeah, it's just how it is. But yeah, as you guys can clearly see here, that is how the spines all look on my collection. It just seems right that it looks like that. Oh, my discs are falling. Knocked into my Jason there. But yeah, that's how I want to display them, just because to me, it just feels right. That's just how it has to be. Now, this is what I wanted to show you guys. This is how the posters absolutely look. Now, there's another reason why they're all spread out like this, and that is simply because I had been stuck with these fucking posters. Yeah, the DVD discs that we got. Now, I do remember that Friday the 13th 1, 2, 3, and 4 all came on like new, like kind of releases that were original to the poster arts. But then they came out with these ones, and these ones fucking absolutely bothered me. Now, I know the new lines obviously are all just how they are, right? But these ones absolutely bothered me, and I have been dying for better DVD releases or whatever. But then, of course, I was like, well, eventually I gotta start fucking thinking about, redoing or, advancing to Blu-ray. And then this box set came out and did this for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm good.
Also, another side note, this is how the spines were. So which one looks more appealing? This? Or this? Yeah, I go with the Blu-rays any day.
So there you guys go. That is my review for the Blu-ray Friday the 13th Complete Collection box set. Now, what I was originally going to address was the fact that I was supposed to pretty much do Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, as a movie review. But now I've decided, ever since I've gotten this box set, that I'm actually just going to redo my reviews for Friday the 13th. So the reviews I've done for Friday the 13th 1 to 6, I'm going to just redo. I will make sure that when I do a Friday the 13th review for the first 6, I will post the link to the original video I did in the description and whatnot. The reason why I did that was because the fact that, when I was doing Friday the 13th as my first major franchise review, it was pretty much like, wasn't really planned, and I was just going off about the whole entire fucking movie, bit by bit, right? So, I did that, and then the videos tended to last even longer. They would go from 18 minutes to 28 minutes to 37 minutes to 40 minutes to almost like an hour of me just rambling. And of course, I did have the Jason character, or when I did Part 5, Roy Burns' character, in the videos, which was a skit that was just constantly fucking going off. But then when I did Part 6, there was no Jason character. There was nothing. So I wanted to redo that because now it just all made no fucking sense to me. And of course, some of these films actually have changed changed my perspective over time when I was doing my review for them. So I will be redoing those. And of course, when am I going to be doing them? As a longevity kind of thing for my channel, it only makes sense just to do them on Friday the 13th, not just on some random day. So I will be doing each Friday the 13th movie on a Friday the 13th and make sure that it stretches on, because I mean, like 12 fucking films I have to do in a span of how many days or whatever. It's tough, right? But it only makes sense that Friday the 13th I would just do this, right? It just only makes sense. There's not a Friday the 13th every month, and sometimes these films have different perspectives on me. So what you guys think of this video? Did you guys also think it's helpful that if you'd never bought this box set, maybe it made you want to? If you guys do have this box set, how do you display your box set itself? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you do like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and also subscribe for more content. Other than that, guys, that's it for me. This has been the Ginger Snaps here. My name is Steven. Again, happy Friday the 13th. I'm going to go now watch a Friday the 13th film before Friday the 13th ends. I'll talk to you guys later.